Let's look now at some actions on the labels. You'll notice that the category or axis labels here appear to be in a courier point and underlined and so on. Remember that I have 8 different interpretations of a click event on anything that I click. In this case, I'm just going to click once without the Shift, Control, or Alt keys on the label. And I've programmed this whimsically to set the typeface, the font, to be Arial, to make it bold, and to increase the font size by 10%. So here I go. I click on the category label, and it goes to Arial, and it becomes bigger, and it's bolded. If I click again, it stays Arial, it stays bolded, but it becomes even bigger. Now let's see what happens if I hold down the Shift key while I click on the label. This should send it back to Courier, non-bolded, and reduce the size somewhat. I hold down the Shift key, and I click. And there you go. It's Courier, and it's smaller, and it's not bolded. If I click again, it goes even smaller, and so it goes down. So Shift-click will do that for me. If I hold down the Control key, which is my Shift equals 2 combination, it'll flip into Arial, italic, it'll grow bigger, and it will reduce the underline. There you go. It's Arial, it's bigger, it's italicized, and no underline. And if I hold down the Alt key, it should flip back to Courier, but this time make it bold and smaller, and put in an underline. So there's a small example of 4 different interpretations of what happens when I click on the labels. Setting the font size and the font bolding and italicizing and the underline is not necessarily very special. I've just put those in as actions to demonstrate that in this case I have 4 different things I can do. I've demonstrated I've done. When you click on a category label, there are of course 8 different combinations there. No Shift, Click, or Alt. Shift alone, Click alone, Alt alone, Shift, Click, Shift, Alt, Click, Alt, and Shift, Click, Alt.